Aves and a sister group, the order Crocodilia, contain the only living representatives of the reptile clade Archosauria. During the late 1990s, Aves was most commonly defined phylogenetically as all descendants of the most recent common ancestor of modern birds and Archaeopteryx lithographica. However, an earlier definition proposed by Jacques Gauthier gained wide currency in the 21st century, and is used by many scientists including adherents to the Philo Code. Gauthier defined Aves to include only the crown group of the set of modern birds. This was done by excluding most groups known only from fossils, and assigning them, instead, to the broader group Avialae, in part to avoid the uncertainties about the placement of Archaeopteryx in relation to animals traditionally thought of as theropod dinosaurs. Gauthier and de Queiroz identified 4 different definitions for the same biological name Aves, which is a problem. The authors propose to reserve the term Aves only for the crown group consisting of the last common ancestor of all living birds and all of its descendants, which corresponds to meaning number 4 below. He assigned other names to the other groups. Aves can mean all archosaurs closer to birds than to crocodiles. Alternately Avemetatarsalia. Aves can mean those advanced archosaurs with feathers. Alternately Aviphilopluma. Aves can mean those feathered dinosaurs that fly. Alternately Avialae. Aves can mean the last common ancestor of all the currently living birds and all of its descendants. A crown group. In this sense synonymous with Neornithes. Under the 4th definition Archaeopteryx, traditionally considered one of the earliest members of Aves, is removed from this group, becoming a non-avian dinosaur instead. These proposals have been adopted by many researchers in the field of paleontology and bird evolution, though the exact definitions applied have been inconsistent. Avialae, initially proposed to replace the traditional fossil content of Aves, is often used synonymously with the vernacular term bird by these researchers. Most researchers define Avialae as branch-based clade, though definitions vary. Many authors have used a definition similar to all theropods closer to birds than to Deinonychus, with Traudon being sometimes added as a second external specifier in case it is closer to birds than to Deinonychus. Avialae is also occasionally defined as an apomorphy-based clade, that is, one based on physical characteristics. Jacques Gauthier, who named Avialae in 1986, redefined it in 2001 as all dinosaurs that possessed feathered wings used in flapping flight, and the birds that descended from them. Despite being currently one of the most widely used, the crown group definition of Aves has been criticized by some researchers. Lee and Spencer, 1997, argued that, contrary to what Gauthier defended, this definition would not increase the stability of the clade and the exact content of Aves will always be uncertain because any defined clade, either crown or not, will have few synapomorphies distinguishing it from its closest relatives. Their alternative definition is synonymous to Aviphilopluma.